having me. I'm Gwyneth Sweatman, and I'm obviously the President of the National Union of Students in Wales, and we represent over 350,000 people in Wales. So I want to thank SUSTRANS so much for having me here today and to ask me to share my story of how I use the National Cycling Network in Wales and how it's a really big part of how I live my life. So the work that SUSTRANS is doing is invaluable for everyone in the UK trying to lead a healthy and a happy life. Before I started university, I was in a very different place in my life. I was living in rural West Wales, which is the most beautiful place ever, but I was a little bit worried about some of the big changes that going to university would bring to my life. I was in a bad place mentally, and I can say now I was very depressed. I was struggling with my weight, my self-worth, my confidence. I was convinced I wouldn't be able to go to university and manage all the stresses that kind of came with it. So I had to also rely on my parents to kind of take me everywhere. I didn't have a car or really know how to drive. And the transport links in rural Wales aren't amazing, but that's a story for another time. So I made the decision to kind of take control and start getting active and try to take control of my life before heading off to uni. So I started riding my bike every single day, and it has completely changed my life. I gained a new sense of confidence, developed my fitness, and completely changed how I looked at myself, how prepared I felt for university as well. It just completely changed everything. I was able to stop relying on my father for lifts places, which he was really happy about, and I had more control about where I went and what I did as well. So now a few years later, I finished university, which was a really, really positive experience for me. And I live in Cardiff, and I have a great job representing students in Wales, which I absolutely love. And I ride my bike to work still every single day, and to the shops, and to meetings, and just for fun on the weekends as well. I'm so incredibly lucky to have access to the National Cycling Network. I can't really afford a car, they're so expensive both financially and environmentally, but I don't really need one because I have my bike. So sometimes I ride to work a little bit sweaty, but I'm always happy and ready to tackle the day. And as someone who spends her whole life talking to young people on education in Wales, I know how important it is, not just for me, but for all young people to have access to this sense of affordable travel and freedom and independence. And now more than ever, with the stress associated with being a young person today, we need to be able to get outside, enjoy our beautiful country without it costing us anything. So I'm really lucky that every day I get to use the National Cycle Network number 444 to get to work, because it's right by my house. So getting to work is quite easy for me. I don't have to engage with too many cars because it takes me most of the way. So I'm really keen for others to have this same opportunity as well. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have access to a safe park. There's absolutely no way I'd be on roads with loads of cars. That's just not something I'm brave enough to be able to do. Which is why I'm really supportive of the work that SUSTRANS is doing, ensuring all young people from all different kinds of backgrounds and all over the UK as well have access to this opportunity to live a more healthy and a more active life. So it's very important as well that these paths are upkept and the quality of these paths are secured, because we want to make sure that all kinds of people, all kinds of students and young people with all kinds of accessibility needs are able to access them and enjoy them. So I'm really happy I don't need to rely on a car to live my life. And I'm hoping that the work that SUSTRANS is doing, more and more people will be able to do the same. I don't know what would have happened to me if I didn't have access to the cycle network before I started university. Sometimes I genuinely wonder if I would have had the confidence to go and if I would have got as much out of it as I did. So for me, it's been life-changing, and it still is every single day. So I hope with the work that SUSTRANS is doing, future generations of young people don't need to have a car to have their own sense of freedom and independence, and they'll also have access to a well-kept, safe national cycle network. Thank you so much for having me.